Hey guys, Tech Mentor with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about the iPhone 10 going into 2023, if it's still worth using it, if you're thinking of getting it, or if you should upgrade it. All of those and much more we're going to try to answer in this video. So let's get started. So the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X marked the 10-year anniversary of the Apple making their iPhones, released back in November of 2017. Now this phone, yes, it is just a little over 5-year-old phone, and you might be thinking now 5 years, that seems like a long time, but when it comes to iPhone and technology in general, for iPhone especially, that's not saying a lot, considering the iPhone here, we've seen the iPhone 6s was just supported by Apple for almost good nearly 7 years or so in terms of major updates here, and this is where the iPhone 10 comes in. Now the iPhone 10, when it was introduced, it marked a lot of new features for the iPhone lineup, which seems to be revolutionary at the time of the release. You got the full all-screen display, you got a 5.8-inch display, and Apple moving over to Face ID from Touch ID. That's why you don't have the home button anymore, and a lot of other things around, things like getting nice bezels here, and then the back here being, of course, all glass, which we've seen with the iPhone 8 lineup as well. But it had a unique, distinct feature and design to it, slim, and a lot of people actually bought this because of so many design changes Apple has incorporated in the iPhone. Now this phone, we have the space gray edition of the black one here. You can get it in silver and gold as well here, but the iPhone 10 marked pretty much a new set of what's going forward for the iPhone lineup in general. We see those kind of stainless steel bezels as well here, and the slim design, again, really small and compact compared to nowadays when you have the Pro lineup, which has 3 cameras, much bigger, heavier. This feels so much lighter when I'm looking at it and reviewing it compared to the new iPhone 14 Pro lineup that we see with those, again, huge cameras and bigger bezels and size as well here. Now when it comes to size and other things here, we see the hardware here equipped with A11 Bionic chip and 3 gigs of RAM. Again, decent size hardware compared to a 5-year-old phone. You do get storage starting at 64 gig and up to 256 gigs. Sorry. Now you can get a newer phone on the live new phones, which goes up to 1 terabyte. The iPhone 10 here doesn't seem like a lot when you think about 256 gig, which seems to be the base for a lot of people to go with it, although the base model now starts at 128 gig, 256 gig and above. It seems to be the sweet spot. Now when it comes to things like the battery on the iPhone 10 here, you do get a decent sized battery. It's a 2716 mAh battery. It gives you about 13 hours of video playback at full 100% capacity. This one, of course, over some time it did degrade, but again, 13 hours of video playback compared to new 14 Pro, which gives you around 23 hours of video playback, 10 hours less. It seems like the battery is on the shorter end of things. And when it comes to things like camera here, we mentioned those two 12 megapixel camera on the phone here, but when it comes to other things like photo, it does take some really good photos, and even in photography mode, you get all those extra settings available here. You got square mode, panel, but other interesting thing about this phone is you do get to record in 4K 60 frames per second, which we've seen. You got some things like optical zoom available for the phone, but things that are missing on the iPhone 10 compared to the new lineup, you don't have cinematic mode. You don't have things like the action mode or the ProRes and a night mode as well. Those are some of the lacking features, which sort of Apple kind of developed over time, over the course of like 5 years or so. So not a big surprise, but for an average user, these cameras again take some really great photos and videos at the same time here. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is the software update, which we touched briefly here. As you can see here, we were able to update the iPhone 10 to the latest iOS 16 update, and for the most part take advantage of most of the popular features that iOS 16 does bring for the iPhone lineup here. Now what you'll be finding interesting enough when it comes to the basic stuff, right, basic calling and texting, this phone does an excellent job in that. Great speakers overall, mic as well. We have seen, again, when it comes to even texting with iMessage, you get all of the features available for you to do that as well. And even when it comes to browsing, It is a little bit slower when it comes to browsing just because it is has aged over 5 years. You'll notice when you try to open up apps, you do take a moment or two compared to a newer phone. But again, that slight bit of delay probably won't bother most users. Now, when it comes to other apps for your social media, you'll notice here once we launch an app, give it a moment or two, it will start working for you, and all of your social media apps work perfectly fine on the iPhone 10 here. You even things for productivity, even for work, school, all of that, and even things video streaming and music streaming. You'll find that the phone does do a really good job, and because of that 5.8-inch OLED display, again, beautiful display, crisp image picture overall all around, which we see from the onset of the phone here. And again, it goes to show how well Apple phones even hold up after 5 years or so. And even when it comes to things like light gaming, you'll find the phone does a good job in it. Now, when it comes to things like a little bit on the heavier gaming, you might find that the iPhone on 10 here might need just a little bit more power, so not recommended to do heavier graphic gaming. But you'll find from somewhere between 2D to 3D gaming, you'll find that again, your most of the apps, the gaming apps that you play, you'll find that they do a good job when it comes to that as well. So no complaint there here for the phone here. Again, all of the apps are supported just because it's running the latest iOS 16 version. We haven't seen major issues at all with it in terms of performance. Here and there, you might see a little bit of delay if it's running on low battery, but that's kind of the thing that you're looking at the phone. But you'll see here all of your favorite apps we have, most of the apps that most people use, you'll see here we're able to get, and they are supported on this phone. So overall, the phone is a good phone going into 2023. If you have it, I recommend, if you don't want to pay extra for it, you can still use this phone. If you're thinking about upgrading from a really older phone, the iPhone 10 again is a decent phone. We would say probably go with the iPhone 13 or so, or even a 12 if you're not looking for the Pro model, because Apple still sells that, and Apple doesn't sell the iPhone 10 anymore, and you're not going to find it. But the one thing about it, if you are thinking about getting the iPhone 10, is the price point that you can get it from. Because Apple doesn't sell it anymore, it's going to be hard to find it brand new. You're going to be looking at probably at eBay or Amazon, which will leave the link in the description section. You can get this phone just under $200, almost 1/5 the price, because the starting price when the Apple iPhone 10 was released back 5 years ago started at $1,000. So paying $1,000 phone, almost paying under $200. Again, that seems like a really good deal, especially if you're a beginner or someone don't care about all of the crazy features that come with the new iPhone that you're going to pay over $1,000 for. Now, let's talk about some of the cons about the iPhone 10 here. Of course, one thing is it doesn't have 5G, which started with the iPhone 12 lineup. Again, not a big deal, but again, it is something worth mentioning. Other things about it is the camera. We looked at the camera. Again, for the regular user or average user, the camera again is great, but if you're looking to really go out and take the latest advantage of all of the features we mentioned, like action mode and cinematic mode, even Pro RAW and all of those night mode features along with that, again, it does lack those, but again, shouldn't stop from someone looking for a beginner set of phone. This is the iPhone 10 where it will do that for you. And lastly, the battery. Again, it's a smaller battery compared to some of the newer ones, and the battery life you get it on iOS 16. Again, we get around probably somewhere between 10 to 12 hours on this phone before on a light to medium user, but if you're on the heavy user, you may need to charge it at least twice, even 3 times during the day, depending on how extensive you use the phone and how many apps you're running on it. But again, probably another con for the phone. But again, remember, if you're a light to medium user doing your basic stuff from calling, texting, and browsing, you pretty much go the whole day with the iPhone 10 here. So that's kind of our take on the iPhone 10. Again, still worth it. Not to say it's not worth it. Probably going to be worth it for another 2 years or so at the minimum here. Probably will get iOS 17 update. And lastly, again, the price point is a sweet point for an entry-level phone for someone not looking to spend a lot on this phone. So we want to hear from you guys. What's your thought on the iPhone 10 going into 2023? Are you currently using it? Have you used it? Have you upgraded from it? Thinking about upgrading? Leave a comment in the comment section. Would love to hear from you guys. And while you're at it, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.